Hello, today is April 17th, 2016, fasting day number 10. Every day is going smoothly, easily, and effortlessly. Today we're going to talk about dementia, Alzheimer's, and the emotional word for the day is going to be easy. Easy. That's going to be the emotional word for the day. Alzheimer's disease or dementia. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about what was one of my first drinks of the day. It was this. This is a tea that I make. I make it with rosemary. Here's some rosemary. People know what the herb rosemary is. I use several branches, like in distilled water. I cut up a couple of slices of ginger root, and then I use organic honey, like 4 tablespoons of organic honey. And then on this one I use also an orange, not a navel orange, but an orange with seeds. Okay, I used an orange with seeds, and I juiced it after I made the tea. So that was one of my juices. Why do I use rosemary? Because rosemary is antioxidant, antibacterial, antifungal. I want to get the worms out my system. And by the way, folks, am I eliminating worms? Yes. Every day, boy, it's just interesting to see it. They come out dead, but if and I haven't eaten meat in years. I always tell people, if you eat meat, you have probably more worms than I do. But worms in there because you've eaten starch foods, you've eaten mucus foods, you've eaten pus foods. So the worms have to proliferate in order to clean you out. But as you cleanse your body and you go on a fast and you go on a more raw diet of living leafy vegetables, living fruits, then you don't have worms. So I like taking that. Antifungal, antibacterial. Another herb you can take that's in almost every community around the world are pine trees. That's right, the pine trees in your neighborhood. If you were to clip off some of the pine trees and bring it back home and to boil it and make tea out of it, first of all, it's very tasty, but you're going to have an antifungal, antibacterial, and an antioxidant drink. You don't have to spend $20 for no flu shot. Drink an antifungal tea every single day. It's one thing. I don't drink it every single day, but if that's a concern of yours, that's something you could drink. Let's talk about Alzheimer's and dementia. Alzheimer's is a more advanced form of dementia. Dementia means you have memory loss, you have a loss of ideas, you start to become disoriented, you start to forget things. Now, how does this come about? Once again, folks, you must understand the reasons why all diseases come about. So what are the reasons? We'll do it very quickly. Number 1, the body's clogged. Number 2, that means the body or the brain in dementia is clogged. Number 2, the body is acidic, an acidic brain. Number 3, it's not getting the correct amount of oxygen. No, that's why people with dementia can have strokes. No oxygen is going to the brain. Number 4, the thinking is messed up. Most people get dementia and all diseases is mental issues. They have problems, they're things they forget, they don't want to think about. They're upset, they're pissed off, they're mad, and we're going to talk. That's why I use an emotion word every single day. And today's emotion word is easy. Okay, that's going to be the emotional word for the day. You want things to be easy and effortless and easy and effortless. And the other thing that I'm going to add on in terms of why people have issues is they are dehydrated. Now, it's not always easy to uncover how these things come about. But the way you can uncover it, if you were to do a research and look up the autopsy of dementia and Alzheimer's patients, you would find they have plaque on the brain. That's right, plaque, like the plaque that people have in their arteries when they have a heart attack or if they have a stroke. The plaque that people would have on their teeth when they have their teeth cleaned. What is plaque? Plaque is proteins that are inorganic in nature. Plaque are proteins that are basically deformed. Now, how does the body get plaque into the system? You put it in there. You put plaque in your system by the inorganic foods that you eat. Now, why does it take most people to become old or to become elderly to get dementia? Well, because what happens, you've built your body up year by year by year by year, day by day by day. So it starts in your feet, works up to your legs, works up to your chest, works up to your head. Well, now the plaque. What are some of the signs that you could possibly have dementia in the future? Do you have a lot of plaque that shows up on your teeth? You have a lot of plaque that shows up on your tongue when you get up in the morning. Do you have an inordinate amount of dandruff in your hair? Dandruff is nothing more than flaky plaque. Do you have, is your eyesight now getting bad now that you're advancing in age? When your eyesight gets bad, it means that you're not having plaque or mucus buildup in your ocular nerves in your brain. It's very predictable, folks. If you're eating foods that's inorganic in nature, if you're eating pus and mucus foods, and if you persist with it, then you eventually will unfortunately get these things. Does the person or the people you're close to who have dementia have inordinately offensive breath? In other words, is their breath messed up? Because what starts to happen is not only is it your breath affected by what's in your stomach, but eventually it gets all throughout your system and throughout your brain, so it pervades all throughout your body. So these are different things you want to be aware of, and how do you reverse it? How can you reverse it? You have to let nature take its course. There's a big thing that one of my people I studied, Queen of Ford, says. She has a sticker called Liberation Through Purification. The Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, the Torah, all these books always talk about purifying the temple. Not the buildings, the fancy buildings you all like to call temples. I respect all those temples. Your original temple is your body. So are you purifying your temple? And how do you purify your temple? One of the ways, baby, is to fast. Fasting is one of the ways to purify the temple. Another way to purify a temple is drinking alkalizing drinks, eating alkalizing foods, doing deep breathing, engaging in activities that are going to regenerate you, engaging in activities that's going to rebirth you. You said rebirth you, Des. What does that mean? Well, if you're eating foods that make your body acidic, the opposite of rebirth is killing. It's killing you. If you're eating foods that's not giving you oxygen, dead foods do not give you oxygen, it's killing you. If you're engaging in drinks like that clog you up, alcohol clogs you up. Smoking cannabis, cigars, cigarettes, that introduces in your body carbon dioxide. That kills you. Now, is cannabis good? Sure, if you juice it, if you eat it in salads. But y'all don't want to do that. Y'all want to smoke it. When you smoke it, you introduce carbon dioxide and dangerous gases in your system. Very predictable of how people get the diseases they get. And it's also very predictable and easy to heal. The challenge that most people have is most people are addicted to their philosophies, their ideologies, their traditions that they've learned from their mother, their father, their sister, their brother, their grandparents, their churches, their communities. I always say, if a philosophy is not uplifting you, if it's not empowering you, then why in the hell would you keep on doing it? But you know what? I'm only here to give a message, folks. Today is fasting day number 10. I did give myself an enema, and holy cow, a lot of stuff came out today, a lot of stuff. So I like that. Whenever it comes out, my energy just goes, boom, it goes to the roof. So we're going to talk about, we're going to close up with easy. So how do we think about and focus on things that's easy? Well, I think it's easy when I think about how I breathe. I can see the easy and effortless fashion how birds fly. I can see the easy and effortless fashion of how the sun rises every single day, the easy and effortless fashion of the sun falls every single day. I think it's easy the way I walk. I think it's easy the way I talk. I appreciate the ease in the way I wash dishes. I appreciate the ease in which I'm able to switch from one subject to another. I appreciate the ease in the way I'm able to cut on my computer or cut on my iPad. I appreciate the ease in the way I'm able to cut it off. I appreciate the ease in the way I see people walking up and down the street. I appreciate and see the ease of how trees sway back and forth. I appreciate the ease of how grasses grow between the cracks in the sidewalk. I appreciate the ease of the way water flows from my faucet. I look for things that's easy. Why do I look and think of things in an emotional standpoint? Because I said one of the things that affect people's health is their thinking. So, if you're a person who always wants to think about tragedy and death and destruction, you know what, folks? In our society, there's 99% more good than bad. Yes, there's police brutality, but if I go to any neighborhood, I don't care how bad it is, I would guarantee that there's more stories of beauty, ease, excitement, opulence, prosperity in the neighborhood. The news has corrupted many of you to think the way you think. Let us go back forth to looking at things from emotional states that are uplifting, that's empowering, that's regenerating, that's rebirthing. With that, folks, I'm going to get ready to get out. As always, I look at you as pros. What are pros? Those are people radiating opulence. Really, I changed up a little bit. That means you're people who are positively radiating opulence. With that being said, I want to say good day, God bless. Until tomorrow, and tomorrow is, fasting day number 11. Take care, I'm out.